down to the last 5 or 10.
Good afternoon.
As expected.
Good afternoon.
Oh my God. Good afternoon, ma. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you, and you too.
Fine. So we are down to our last 10. It's looking like the way we predicted it. Okay. I hope network is not affecting anybody. This is 12:30 and we have just about all of us here. All right. So are there any questions? I'm going to the last slide, which is basically wrapping up on where we started from on this program. And I want to thank every one of us that took time to be on this cohort 1. Thank you so much. It's been a fantastic journey with you guys. I've learned a lot along the way in the last 1 month. A lot, really, and I've met very interesting and fantastic ladies building beautiful stuff in this beautiful country. So well done, ladies. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for the tenacity and the grit you bring to your businesses. I must say, I'm super proud of you guys. Well done. And look forward to supporting you guys in the coming weeks, months, and years by God's grace.
Amen.
Right. So, Chicos, you have your hands are up, right?
Good morning, ma. Good morning, everyone. Thank you.
Good morning.
It's been an intense journey so far.
Yes, so
and I'm glad we're still here. So
yes.
my question basically, I know you said something about us going into demo pitch today, but we haven't gotten feedback on our pitch deck slide. You said
okay, yeah. So I was going to do that. So what has happened is so as I meet with reviewing one-on-one the financials, which by the way, for some it's taking 6 hours, some 2 hours. I've not done any less than 50 minutes. So as I take that, I then go in to review the pitch decks as well. But if I haven't reviewed your pitch deck, no worries. Because of the holidays this week, we're going to have the whole of next week added to we're supposed to close out this today. But the whole of next week will be reviews, supporting you through all of that. So you have the whole weekend. I'll be taking one-on-one today, tomorrow, as much as I can, and then ensure that I cover everyone's document. So please, Marianne will be, if I've not reviewed anything, just make sure you pick a date and reach out to Marianne so that she's scheduling times. Some women here will tell you that I've met with them, I've done a whole lot of reviews. So please, if you haven't, I also think there's a bit of mix up with feeding from our Calendly, which I put up myself, so I have issues with it. So it's not logging the Zoom link itself to my calendar. So that's where I'm not able to see that I have a meeting at about 10 a.m. or 1 p.m. So I apologize. Well, it's the first time, so we're fine-tuning all of this. I'm sure cohort 2 will be smoother. And then we also factor in the holidays as well. But yes, the whole of next week we'll be taking a whole lot of sessions that we didn't take or we haven't taken the Microsoft week. We have what we call the wellness, doing your business as a mother, as a woman. Even if you are not married, there are issues around women, menopause things. I'd like to have that conversation as well to ensure that the body of knowledge around you building your business is strong enough. You being very okay, healthy mentally, physically, spiritually, as well as emotionally, to ensure how far the business will grow. So that's important to us on the DIRA as well. We'll bring in 1 or 2 speakers next week. So this will end technically today. I'm just running the slide to the end today. Next week, we'll have a whole lot of, we'll meet on Monday, again, our usual time, 12 to 3. On Wednesday, we'll meet. Then on Friday, for everyone that wants us to, as long as you have your pitch deck, your financials, and your BMC, we will log you into the deal room. And the top 5 will go on to get a business plan template from us, and will help you walk around, ensuring that your business plan is ready. And then we are those top 10 and everyone that has their documents ready, we can then begin to log you into the deal room for us to now start talking to investors, matching the company with investors. So, but that will be after next week. On Friday next week, we have a demo day, like a demo. We'll actually have you come live inside the deal room here and pitch. For whatever reason you cannot make it, that's also fine. You can pitch online, but please, you must be pitch ready online. No stories. If I find deals that I'm interested in there and then, and our portfolio can take it, I'll probably just invest straight away. So please, next week, Friday, is the demo that's supposed to happen today that closes this program. So we are adding an extra 1 week to it. So please, your pitch deck, your whatever assistance you need, please make sure the one-on-one, you have it with me before Friday next week. So on Friday next week, we'll be hosting everyone here again like we hosted when we started. We're closing with a hosting and a demo. So you come out here. When you come here, you come out and you pitch to us. Any questions?
Yay,
any
I'll be
reactions?
meeting you live.
Sorry? Sorry?
I say yay, I'll be meeting you live.
Yes, so so you can come in and be, but next Monday we'll be having 1 or 2, 3 guests, so it may not be me speaking at all. So Wednesday the same thing, but I will be reviewing documents as well. If I haven't reviewed your documents at all in any form or format, please drop a message to Marianne. Now, you've not met me, I've not looked at your documents at all, but you've been attending, you've submitted. If we missed you out, please, I am so sorry, but please reach out to Marianne so you have a session with me today. So, so that's the feedback. I'd like to share my screen and then end. I've taken much of what is on my screen. I just want to officially end it. Just a moment, please. Just a moment. I'm just having to do something. Can everybody see my slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
we are going to be teaching for several of us. This is what we will be doing every time. This is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be pitching, whether it's debt you're looking for, whether it's equity, whether it's grants you're pitching. You are telling somebody, you are selling the business idea, and you are looking for money. Every money is denominated in dollars, so welcome to. So the final session will be to presentation to a panel of investors. There will be Q&A sessions with investors and mentors, and we intend that you also showcase and networking opportunities with investors, mentors, and fellow entrepreneurs. We expect your feedback, and next steps will be. So, investor readiness questions. I've read this out. I'm going to read it again. Number one, what problem does your product or service solve? What is your target market and how big is it? What is your unique value proposition? Who are your competitors and how do you differentiate yourself from them? Most of the decks I'm saying, I'm not really saying a dive into your competitors. So please, the research around it, you must have it. So this weekend, I'll be taking sessions, I think, hopefully tomorrow morning like I did last weekend. On Sunday, I could take 1 or 2 sessions. On Monday, I'm available before the session begins on Monday. What is your team background? Oh, okay, so I've jumped a lot of things. What is your go-to-market strategy? What is your current stage of development? A lot of us, like I said, you are pre-seed, so you are just you've not raised funds before you pre-seed. What is your team's background and experience? I've run through all of this. Please, it's important. So take it out that you know on a scale of 1 to 10, what is my scale? You want to know what are your projected financials, what are your funding needs, who are your current investors you don't have, if you have yet, intellectual property, what are your risks, what's your social and environmental impact. I've helped some of us trying to answer this. What is your exit strategy? Some of us, we've talked about it. How will you measure success and metrics? What would you track? We've talked about it. What is your timeline for achieving this? So key milestones, please. What are your timelines? We want to see your timelines. What support or resources do you need from investors beyond funding? We'd like to know all of this. How would you ensure transparency and communication with investors? Now, selling your business to investors. Everybody that is here wants to sell their business to investors. Whether it's grants, equity, or debt, you are actually selling your business. You can sell it by way of equity. They take it equity, they are there with you forever. Sometimes they leave maybe in 5 years, in 7 years, in 10 years, or when somebody else buys them out. Sometimes you sell to an investor because you want to merge with another organization, or they want to buy you over to as part of a bigger business to solve a problem. You sell because you got a grant and you are under, you must report to them what you've done with the money they gave to you. You are liable to them as well legally. So it's, I want us to focus on some of the things that are very important and the steps you can follow. Know your business, know your startup, gather information about each of them. What's your unique selling point, target markets. This will help you create a persuasive pitch deck to investors. Identify your target investors. If it's grants investors, if it is debt investors, if it is equity investors, determine the type of investor you're targeting and tailor your pitch to their interests. Some investors are interested in early stage, some prefer debt, some prefer SME, some want women. Some of us will be showcasing you to these investors that are women-led. We hope you'll be there when we're doing all of this. So by the way, for those of us that maybe we'll put that, Miriam, please put that on the general, there's a demo pitch session on Friday so that everybody should have this experience, whether you finish the accelerator or some are already moving into the cohort 2. If you didn't finish cohort 1 or you couldn't meet up, then you move on to cohort 2. Create a compelling pitch like some of us are doing rightly now. Start a brief introduction, use data, real world experience, use visuals, graphs, charts, videos. We'll be talking about your final deck. Pitch deck will be adjusting that to fit each person's. Please use the deck, don't use Dira's PowerPoint, use your own. Customize it to your colors as much as you can. Then demonstrate your team's experience. Some of us did include team. Put your team. Find, if you have a very bogus, large profile, please dump it on ChatGPT and say you should create a pitch deck ready profile with those details. Use your ChatGPT as much as you can. For research, Grok, I've said that from day one. And I want to see your data room. Is only one person or 2 or 3 that spoke to that data room. I want to see your data room when you come in live on Friday. Demonstrate your teams, highlight the backgrounds and accomplishments. Then after your pitch, whether it's debt, equity, follow up. And then when you are logged into the deal room, please ensure that you are following up extensively with investors that will match you with. follow up with investors to answer any of their questions. You should be ready. If you are not investor ready, we will not match you with investors. So, but please, everybody that gets these 3 documents and their pitch is okay and investor ready, we're going to match straight with investors. Now, following this, we think you could do well with all of this program thus far, the several sessions we've had. Now, we're going to be issuing a certificate of completion and a bit of a graduation ceremony at a time T later. We're not sure whether we want to, I think we'll take cohort 2 and then we have a completion. The certificate will be sent out, but graduation ceremony, because there's a spillover from cohort 1 into cohort 2. So I think mid-April, we're going to go straight into cohort 2, finish it up, and then have a session for graduation ceremony so that we bring everybody together. And that graduation ceremony is going to be a peace session. We're going to have it for women-led businesses only, and it's going to be at a venue we're going to pick. It's not going to be in our office. We want to make it a bit bigger, and then we'll have investors come in as well. So we intend to also follow up support for successful fundraising and investor relations, and we will go into log you into the alumni network and for mentorship opportunities. Some of us have asked for mentorship and mentoring already, so we can look out for other mentors and then hangouts. There will be a lot of alumni hangouts, a lot of exciting things that we intend to do going forward, and also from our would-be sponsors and partners. So go get your funds. Thank you so much. These are my details. If you don't have it, that's the website. I'm sure everyone has this already. You can reach me. Super grateful for the opportunity to have met every one of you. And I believe that the sky is the starting limit, and we'll do a whole lot of things together. Thank you, ladies and gentle ladies. Questions? Yeah, thank you. So you can unmute yourself if you want to talk, if you have any questions, so that we can move on to our one-on-one. Yeah, how many minutes to present? 5 minutes, and another 5 minutes for Q&A. 10, right, Marianne? Yeah. So you should plan to present your pitch in 5 minutes.
Ma, are we presenting it today?
No. It will be Friday next week.
All right, sir.
Yeah, so today is we'll spend time. If you have any questions, ask. If you want me to speak to anything, please ask the questions. And then afterwards, I'll go into the one-on-one again and keep checking one-on-one. We'll come back by Monday. Hopefully, everybody's pitch deck has been reviewed. And then we'll go on to having other guests come online. And then we'll be reviewing and fine-tuning your deck the whole of next week. But by Friday next week, we're having an in-house demo day. You're coming here to pitch live to us. And there will be 1 or 2 investors in the house as well. And I've said that if I find a deal that is okay and a portfolio and funding that we can fund immediately with good money, I can invest immediately.
Thank you,
Good afternoon, ma.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, ma. This is Chinoya Janet.
How are you doing, ma? How are you today?
I'm doing well, ma. Thank you. I submitted my pitch deck yesterday, but
yeah,
what I'm hearing. Sorry?
I will be reviewing all of that.
Okay. What I'm hearing from you is that we should come up with some form of pictures on it, because initially you told us not to put any picture.
So, yeah, I just want to be sure when you're writing deck, be clear about the story first before editing visuals.
Okay, because I didn't put
the time, and then you will not be able to put energy into content first. Content is very important.
Okay, so is it when you review it, then we'll now put in the visuals? Or...
Yes.
Okay, ma. Thank you. And oh, sorry, we're come to the office next week, right? Next week,
Yes,
Friday.
Friday next week. Friday next week, we'll have what we call it. Yeah. You come to pitch to investors. So we want you to be able to come in and pitch. We will start, say, around 10, yeah, or 10 on Monday. On Friday next week is live here in the deal room. But for whatever reason you can't make it, then please make sure that wherever you are, you can stand and pitch conveniently or sit and pitch conveniently.
Okay, ma. Thank you.
So because it's when you pitch, we are sure that, okay, you are ready and okay, and then we can then move you into the deal room and start. If there's any further one-on-one we need to do, we'll do it, but we'll now start just saying to investors, there's this deal, these women are ready, can you fund them? Start showcasing to investors. Okay,
ma, thank you.
Thank you. What is the ideal rate of return investors are looking at? It's neither here nor there. If you're doing debt, investors want to get funding based on what do they call it? They want to get funding based on market rates, yes. So if it's going for 25%, they probably want to take 25% for debt. Now, the rate of return depends on the sector and industry. The ideal thing, they look at your profit margin if it aligns. Investors are interested in a good profit margin. Is either profit margin or volume driven, but the profit margin, whether it's value or volume driven, must really make sense. So question we're going to ask ourselves are, how well are you, what is the return they can get on your investment? So let me answer you correctly. So you are producing your productions, for example, your services. Investors are going to be investing 5 million naira. Can they churn out from when that money is invested in your business? What returns can you give to them? If your profit margin, net profit margin, after all your expenses, all of us have done that Excel. So after the gross profit margin is 25, then you now remove your expenses, you have 10. Investors will not be interested because they are like, where would you bring out? Yeah, I'm answering that already, Zama. Where would you be able to pay them? So the higher your net profit margin, the better chances you have with investors. That's the way to look at internal rate of returns. So, but when they now say, okay, so debt is pretty much straightforward. They would like to see from your gross margin if they can earn 25% on their funds. That means that the cost of capital has to be 25%. For most of you, we have not infused the cash flow on your cost of capital because we don't even know how much. So so many of you have to go and rework how much you are really raising. So when your deck is ready and the financials is ready, we can then tweak what will be the cost of capital. Some are doing grants, some are doing equity, some are doing debt. If you are doing debt, then we want to know how much you are making. From that much can investors' money be paid back conveniently. For the internal rate of return for equity, if I give you that same 5 million and it stays with you for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, you're not going to pay it back to me. But I want to see how I pull back my 5 million in terms of your profits. So the value of your business goes to about from maybe it was 1 million naira today, and it goes to 20 million naira. If I sell my 5 million naira shares of your company, maybe my 5 million naira will now be maybe 200,000 shares. That 200,000 shares should be worth at least 10 million naira when I'm reselling it to somebody else, or you're buying it back from me. That is internal rate of return. So that means that the company has generated enough cash flow, funds, and returns such that the value of the shares of that company has moved from 1 million naira that it was registered to 20 million naira. And then I invested 5 million naira. Minimum, I must do 2 times. 1x, 2x, 100%, 200% is the minimum equity investors are looking for in investments. I hope I answered your questions.
Yes,
A good profit margin will look like at least a good profit margin, except it's volume driven. Look at the range of 35–40%, and then minimum. And then if you net off your operational costs, which you can tweak here and there, then maybe another 20%. Then you have a net profit margin of 20% minimum. Yeah, you'll find investors that are okay with 12, 10, 14. Globally, most times, net profit margin is about 10% for most industry. But you find some industry doing 30–40%. We will find out what is the current, within how many years. Yeah. So good question. For equity, it's usually within 3 to 5 years. They exit in 5 years. So they want to have done like 100–200%. The higher, the better on that portfolio. So if I can give you money today and I've made 100% in 5 years, that means that every year you have given me 20% returns. So many places in the world, they will not get that figure. It's less than 10%. So many places in their banks, 10%, 5%, that's probably what they get. So if they invest in equity and take that risk, minimum 2 times, 3 times. In fact, they are looking at 4 times, 5 times, but that's crazy. So mainly between 2 times, that's 2 times mean 200% to 300% returns as internal rate of return for the ideal for investments. I hope I answered your questions, Ramat. Zama, that.
Yes, ma, you did. Yes, ma. Yes, ma. Thanks.
All right. Any more questions? Yes, it's not only money. So for example, as we move on into next week and in the coming days, if you need markets, yes, we'll create an opportunity with mentors who can create markets for us. So let us know if you are looking beyond markets. I can see so many of you need beyond funding already. So we'll be speaking to that in the course of next week.
Please, ma, sorry, I forgot to ask the edited financial projections that we did. When should I expect it? I've not received it.
I sent yours to you.
No.
Oh my God, sorry, that was an oversight. I've sent to anybody I've reviewed, I've sent to them. Marian, please check, and then I'll drop it. So sorry.
No problem. Thank you.
Ma, please, my financials, the numbers, I sent it via mail.
Okay. So please book a session with Marian. Let's review it.
Okay, ma. All right.
Yeah,
then also,
go on, Chigozie.
Then also, if we're looking at markets, maybe, investors pulling in maybe their contacts or markets in terms of maybe if somebody wants equity, if you are giving equity, okay, one, can we give equity for a number of years. That's number one. Number two, if there's an investor, if we want to pull not just the finances, but also access to markets using the person's position or influence, is that also going to be calculated as will that be calculated as a financial asset also?
Take the question again.
Okay, so if we want access to, say now we need large distributorship and somebody has that portfolio to bring in that kind of, the kind of nationwide or even international distributorship. Now, will that particular, I don't know if I should call it skill or influence, will it be calculated as a financial aspect item?
No,
Or
but
does
it can
it
be
come?
taken as equity contribution. Somebody may say to you, so somebody may say to you, you know what, I know you have a network of schools in Nigeria. Can you introduce me to 20% of that, and I'll give you 5% of my company? Yeah, so that's a deal. Some will say, some of our own shareholders, the initial shares they have in the business was, you know what, let me have access to your name and your pedigree globally to be able to do what I'm trying to do. And they say yes, and they get equity. In some cases, they may want to say yes if they are now pseudo heads of marketing. So maybe non-executive director role or board roles, and their job is to come and drive the marketing and distribution. Yes, that may become a financial, you will have to find a way to put it in Naira and Kobo for it to make sense.
Okay, ma'am.
Did you get it, or you want me to clarify?
Yes, I got it.
Thank you. Okay, so any other question? Okay, this is it. Right. Is it possible for this to be merged with a bigger corporate brand? Yes, it happens every day. It will happen today. Several businesses will be merged with a bigger corporate brand.
Hello,
Right.
ma.
Yeah.
Yes, ma. Thank you so much. Okay, so I wanted to ask there's a particular section that you have mentioned, you have actually explained, but I want you to throw more light on it concerning the area of expertise to equity. Like you have somebody that wants to onboard for whatever skill the person is bringing to the table and is requesting for equity contribution. There's a particular name you said it is called. So my question is, what's the name? I jotted that. I don't know where I wrote it. What's the name? And there's something holding. You said something holding something. That's one. Then so how do you manage, just where you have mentioned for, just where you have reiterated for equity now, how do you manage that get? What's the minimum person can get? What's the maximum person can get? I don't know if you got my question wrong.
Yeah. So how much, if somebody is, let me give a scenario. Somebody wants to come into your business and you want to give the person equity. Is that correct?
Yeah, the person is requesting you. I don't want to give the person is requesting.
Okay, for equity in lieu of payment for what they are going to be doing. Or
Exactly, ma'am. Exactly.
Yeah, that's possible. I've answered this question before, Zama. Was you know you
Yes.
that
Yes, I said you answered it. So I'm saying now, how do you manage it? When does the person exit, or how do you buy out the person, or how do you really manage it? The way you have explained for equity and the way you have explained now for that, how do you manage it? Like when can the person leave? When can
Okay.
you
So if you're getting an investor that you need to ask what is the intent. That's why you asked all of those questions. From the first slides I had shared earlier in this session, I spoke to the why of the investors investing in your business. Why is he or she coming? What does the person want? It has to align with what you want for your business. For example, if the person wants to stay for that long, then you have to have a conversation. How long?
Yeah.
It's you that decides how long you want investors to stay with you. If you want them forever, as long as it can be, so the same question, for how long can they be there? You have to determine that. You have to be able to speak to that. To how long will this investor be staying with me? So for example, that person that says, oh, I'm bringing in my expertise, would that person become a shareholder in the business? Or is he is taking equity based on the
Yes,
the
please.
successes we get from him or her? I will explain it to you. So the person is investing in your business, is bringing in maybe his or her expertise, and that expertise we quantify, because we have to quantify at the end of the day. We quantify, the investor quantifies, they quantify, you too, you quantify and then align. And you say, you know what? I think the investor says, okay, my worth in this organization, if I bring this and I do 1, 2, 3, 4, will be 1 million naira per month, but you can't pay me. So because of that 1 million naira, I want to take 10% of your business. You have to sit down and decide, okay, I can give you 10% of your business, of the business, and convert it to equity for you. So you get 10%, but you have to exit in 5 to 6 years. So the person gets 10% of your business and provides this quantifiable service for the next 3 to 5 to 6 years, depending on the number of years you agree. When is that time? You buy the person out, or somebody else buys the person out based on the valuation there. Because his own products, his own money was his time, and time is money. Money is time. You get. So when he gets to, that's equity rights. When it's not equity, it means that when it brings a project, you can say, you know what, I have contracts ongoing with several of the people we call venture scouts, investor scouts, people who will get us investors, people who get us startups. For example, if you bring a deal to us, like you introduce a business to us, and that business raises money, we charge 5% of total funds raised in the deal room. Like we will be charging from everybody when we successfully raise money for you.
Yes, ma'am.
That 5% is our fees, our success fee when money is disbursed. We either get it from the business owners directly, or in some cases from the investors. That 5%, we share 1% to some people.
Oh.
We'll give them 1%. Yes. Because they brought the deal. In fact, if you brought the investor that put that money, you take 1% off our 5%. You take 1%, we hold on to 4%. If you brought in the SME that got the money, and the SME got the money, the person that introduced that SME to us, that made the investor invest in that business, will give the person 0.5%.
Wow.
Yes. So that's how we work in the deal room, and everyone is you are free to go and do it. If you have people who have money, that is another way to earn income. You have this big uncle, big brother anywhere in the world, abroad, are looking for where to put money, and they give us money, and we earn something. Either if we earn something on it, we give you out of it. That is if we trade with it. If we invest it in a business, or they invest in a business, we give you a percentage of it. Whatever we earn as success fee. That's how we work here. So all our partners, that they can't be our staff, we can't pay them. They can't be here, we can't pay. They will run us down. Yeah, multiple streams of income. So
yes,
so the person that you are talking about now, you can say, okay, for every opportunity you give us and we make money out of it, we give you 1% or 2 or 3 or 5 or 10, depending on what you see as valuable to him or her, and you guys agree and align. Did I answer you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
All right.
Yes,
Okay, any questions? Any more questions, so that we can go on to around 2 p.m. I'll start the one-on-one again. So we can close for the day and look forward to meeting on Monday. So please, if you have any issues and you need to meet with us, Marianne is here to schedule the meeting, and I can, at my earliest convenient time, I'll just speak with you, whether I've seen you before or not. But if I've not checked anything on your document before now, BMC, financials, I've not done anything, please reach out to Marianne now and let me be, you'll be the first I'll take from 2 p.m. Or else she's going to be continuously schedule the review for the Excel spreads that we've not finished. We are here to complete. Any more questions, ladies and gentle ladies? All right, so this is the time we'll be reviewing quite a number of things here. Victoria, your hands are up. Go ahead, please.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you. So, ma'am, I first and foremost, I want to appreciate you for this insightful opportunity you have given to us. Thank you so much, ma'am. I've learned a whole lot. My eyes are now opened. Thank you so much, ma'am. Quick one. I want to, when we started this journey, I didn't, my business. Hello, ma'am.
I can hear you. Why?
So I'm asking, can I still rewrite the business model?
Yes, absolutely, you can, please. You can, everyone can update. The idea is you now have the ability to write your business model, update it, please.
All right, ma'am.
Please rewrite and update and send it back to us. Say, I've updated. That's fine.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am.
So everyone can update anything, update your financials, update your pitch deck, update everything. You will keep reviewing this document. The beauty of this is that you now know what you are looking out for, and it helps you with designing strategy. What exactly are you going to be doing and what you're not going to be doing. So you keep reviewing within and outside this program.
On, ma, what is the best way to catch an investor to invest into your business?
You must tell a story that the investor is interested in hearing. You must appeal to the investor's conscience every time.
Right.
So you have your figures, you have your deck, you have your financials. You will sit down and wear the cap of an investor. If I was the one that has this money I want to ask, what would I want to hear that will make me give the money out?
All right, ma'am.
Yeah, it's very simple. It's not as simple as that. But if you can walk yourself into have 20 million, imaginary 20 million sitting, and somebody is asking for the 20 million. Why would I give the 20 million to me? So why would I give myself 20 million naira for my own business? If I can't answer yes, I don't expect anybody else to answer yes. That is the first thing. The second thing is, what exactly is the investor looking out for? What type of businesses are they looking for? Your business, your type of business and what their money is looking for must align. So if a business is looking for a technology women-led business, it will probably not listen to you because it's looking for technology, not education. So the businesses that the investors want to invest in and the business, your business must align. The third thing is the investor is looking for how their money will come back. Recall I said that every investor is investing their cash. Their cash is their business. Your own is the school. Their own is cash. So if anybody wants me to drop 1 million, 5 million, 10 million, 20, 100 million to a business today, the first thing I'm asking myself, after I love you enough, I heard your story, oh no, I want to put my money here. Wow, beautiful idea. Beautiful. Whoa. And I like this business model. Yes, I want to put my money in education. But this particular education, can I recoup my 100 million back? Can I get my 50 million back? Can I get my 1 million back? How? Okay, I read through the financial. I'm not sure. It will pick the money and go somewhere else. So the third thing will be, would I get my money back when I invest? How safe is my money? Who is running this business? How credible are they? I've talked about a lot of the credibility. Please check your credit bureau. I want your reports out. Go and do credit check. Now, before we start talking to investors, at the door of the DealRoom, we're going to ask you what's your credit reports. So please go to credit bureau. It's free if you are the first time. That thing that the bank checks to say, oh no, we can't give you money, or we can't, the other fintech will say, no, we can't give you 10,000 naira, no 100,000. You need to have a copy for yourself. So you know how the investors will view you. If you have a good credit rating, it's fine. But if investors goes to check it and find out, and you don't even know, they'll just drop you, no matter how beautiful.
I didn't know I was supposed to print it out for you. I already checked mine and I'm clean.
You are fine. If you are fine, that's okay. No, I just want to see that, yeah, you must show me that you have done it.
I have, but I didn't print it out.
Yes, we will bring out a checklist for Friday next week when you are pitching.
Okay.
A checklist of what we want to see. Please, Faith, follow me up with a checklist of what we want to see at the demo. All right. How to check? Okay. Right. Probably what we would do is drop a link. It's a link, and let me see. It's just their website, Credit Bureau. If you have collected a loan from the bank before, they know. The bank has sent all the basic stories. Credit review. So CRC. Just a moment, I'm trying to get the one you should actually just check. So there's one that is a free that you can use a code to get your reports. I'm dropping it on the link right now. So use everybody, open an account with Credit Bureau and check your Bureau reports. So there's a code under that you can use. Please read it very well. It's not something you should do in a hurry. Read it, understand it. It's pretty much straightforward. They have an app. So this is free. After this one, you have to pay. So I've just sent it on the group. Your CAC incorporation would like to see it. And then we'll send like a checklist of what we like to see that investors are looking to see us. Now, please copy and paste on your browser because this will go off shortly. So check your credit reports. I want to see your data room. I want to see your CAC documents. I want to see your financials. I want to see your deck. I want to see your BMC. I want to see team members. I want to see if there are any NAVDAC, anything. If you don't have, fine, let us know that you are going to work on it, when and how. So quite a number of things you need to get ready. Okay, so I think we're done. We'll move into taking one-on-one from 2 p.m. Is that okay, ladies and gentle ladies?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you on Monday.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Attendance. I hope please take your attendance again. Don't forget. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy your weekend.
Thank you, ma'am.
Where's the attendance list, please?
Attendance is not there.
Where's the attendance list?
Attendance link. Auntie Marianne.
All right, thank you, ma'am. A nice weekend.
Earlier, so I think she's dropping it.
Attendance link, please.
I've dropped the attendance list.
Okay, ma'am.
All right.
Okay, ma'am.